We've got I know you are. I know you are. We're all about building careers worth having, Mike.
That's right.
Having the businesses worth owning.
Lives worth living.
Experiences worth giving.
Legacies worth leaving.
Awesome. And I remember the first time we ever read that. It actually only was the first 3.
Really?
Back when I first started. They added the experiences worth giving and legacies worth leaving.
So that's our mission. What's our vision?
Our vision? Well, it's to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers.
What's our value?
Our value is that we are all about God and family first and then business, Mike.
What's our beliefs?
Boom. Here we go. We got
everybody with us. Ready?
We're going to read it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win-win or no deal. Integrity. Do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication. Seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before the results. Teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, opportunities for all. And success results through people.
You know, we need like a Keller Williams flag over here. We could do the American salute and then do that salute because it sounded like a pledge there.
I liked it.
But that's what we're built on here is doing things the right way. Yep. So our lives get bigger for everybody.
But are we just a real estate company, Mike?
No, this is our perspective.
That's right. The perspective that we see ourselves as Keller Williams is that we're truly a tech company that provides the real estate platform that our agents and buyers and sellers prefer.
And towards the end of the meeting, we're going to talk about some of the tech that's available for you that you may not be taking advantage of.
Right. So we've got a calendar full of things that need to be learned and trained on.
Look at that.
So that, and there we are on the 18th.
Yep.
It's the team meeting right now.
Can you believe it's almost the end of May?
No.
You all remember what we were doing last May? We're getting ready to move out of the other building. There were boxes everywhere. We found crap we didn't know we had.
And I wasn't the team leader yet.
That's right. So it's a crazy time to think back a year.
And we have, obviously, Mike, you're teaching about luxury tomorrow. That's why we have this.
I'm teaching a class on luxury.
Everybody say, ooh, ah. All right.
Guess who can come to it?
Anyone?
Anyone.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Luxury is a big thing nationwide, and Keller Williams realized how big of a company we are with it. So we're launching out big in Springfield.
What other company does more luxury than we do? Is it Sotheby's?
No.
Is it like Compass?
No.
Maybe Coldwell Banker?
Nope.
No. We do the most luxury of any other brand. Did you know that?
They did not.
Kind of a cool thing.
Keller Williams did not till last year. They realized that they're like, let's get bigger. So tomorrow's meeting, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but it's open to everybody to learn how this works.
So powerful. And the fact that you can opt into the luxury in a very, like, it's a prestigious thing to be a part of luxury, but there used to be a high level expense for that.
How much did you pay when you were
I think it was about $2,700 per year for the last 8 years.
And there's no fee for being part of it anymore. So seriously, everybody that's interested in luxury, tomorrow at 10:30, I think will be about half an hour to 40 minutes.
You have to be able to do the level of production in order to qualify to be a luxury agent. And so we are one of the only other real estate companies that has that stringent of stats you need.
But even if you get a luxury listing and you're not a luxury agent yet, you can still use the signs.
So it doesn't matter that you might not be a luxury agent. It's a luxury listing and it's a KW luxury listing. And therefore being able to take advantage of it, even though you aren't necessarily a luxury agent yet, is powerful.
And we tell you more, but you got to come to the meeting tomorrow.
Wait, we have new agents.
We do.
Like a lot.
A lot of them.
And here they all are.
If you're new, I know we got a couple that are not on the list for last month. If you're, let me read through it. Actually, everybody that's new, stand up.
Ooh.
I know Christian's new.
Christian's new. Okay, perfect.
Cassie's new.
Cassie.
Tammy's new.
Tammy.
Here's our list from last week. Let's welcome them first of all.
First, thank you.
Switch the camera.
Oh, good.
Yay.
You're getting good at that.
I know.
I like that.
When we go to that, we can switch to this camera so you all realize you're being seen sometimes. So put that down. Oh, never mind. Our new agents for last month: Johnny Rowe, Mitchell Howard, Emily McCall, Zach Garrett, Leslie Pruitt, Ruthie Letterman, Kaylee James, Roy Koyama, Sarah Mullen, Cassie Jones, Andres DeLeon, Taylor Johnson, Wyatt Davis, Chris Locke.
So powerful.
And we already have 12 more for this month too.
Oh, snap.
We are growing like
Technically,
crazy.
I think it's 13 or 14, isn't it? Yeah. So, but we are still working.
Welcome to team meeting.
Sign in. Oh, look, she even said it. How cute was that? All right. So what's what's new at the Market Center?
What's coming up? We have the luxury meeting tomorrow. We have the ALC meeting 9 o'clock in here on Thursday.
I'll tell you a little bit about what that is.
Yeah. And just a long-term reminder, if you did not do Code of Ethics training last September, you need to have it done by December 31st for nationwide. And there's more info on that.
How many months between now and then? Like a lot.
17.
So there's
no, 6.
Wow. And yeah, so you do have time, but obviously just get it done and then you don't even have to think about it
There
anymore.
we go.
All right.
Booking
Booking
it.
it. What is booking it, Mike?
Booking it is like the old, how many of you remember the old Pizza Hut Book It Club in school where you'd read books and you get pizza? It's the same thing.
And stickers.
Stickers?
I know. Stickers were powerful. You were cool if you had the stickers, right? I'm saying.
That was
But
not cool.
but we are reading the Miracle Morning book. This book changed my life. We have a couple people in here saying it's amazing.
How many people are working on the Miracle Morning?
Whoa, one,
We
two,
got a lot
three,
of 'em.
4, 5. We got 5 people in here reading the book right now.
Cool.
And this book will change your life. And I just am so excited we're reading it.
Yep.
Great. Vendor guide.
Who do we have online?
And
Casey.
is hey.
Have Jess
Hey,
Bowman
it's-
back
it's-
there
Yay! Everybody wave.
and Patty from Morowski Inspections
Awesome.
and
One
Casey.
from
And,
USA Mortgage online.
what's that?
No one from USA Mortgage or HSA are online.
Perfect. Their office is still coming together in our office. But,
Slowly.
we're excited about having them here
Exactly.
more often. But wait, we have a spotlight for the Springfield Culture
Oh,
winner.
hold on.
Oh yes. Okay. So while he's culture is about one of the great things that Keller Williams has. Is somebody that is awesome every week that we want to recognize, and we want to make sure. Oh, what's this? Oh no! Oh! It's Speedy. He has a super cape, and he has been with Gwen Phillips all week. And he's flying through the office, as you can see. And we have our new week's Gwen Phillips nominated Trey Watson. Is he on right now? Trey, so excited that you get the culture award. And Gwen, is she in here? She was
I don't
here
think she
earlier.
is. She said she might be tied up with things. The reason she gave it to Trey, Red Day, there were so many of us that helped with everything. Trey's afraid of heights. And he climbed on that roof and was painting up there. He went over his fears and went above and beyond to help.
And when he came down from the ladder, his legs were still shaking.
That's right. Okay.
He didn't overcome them, but he faced them nonetheless.
He
But
set
we,
them aside.
you know, Mike, we have a special guest here with us today.
We do.
Yes, and I'm going to invite our very own Lindsay, or no, well, not Lindsay, Ashley, the one who's replacing Lindsay up front. So Ashley, come on up. A lot of our awesome agents here come in the middle. Your shoes are amazing today. We want to make sure that all of our agents see and know you. So who is Ashley?
I am. Hi. It's nice to meet you.
All right, you're done.
I'll be at the front desk. Come on over, stop by, say hi to me. I'd love to get to know all of you.
Super cool. And her first day was Red Day.
Mhm.
And how fun was that? I mean,
Oh, it was so fun.
that
I loved
is-
it.
so cool. Well, we're super excited to have her a part on the front desk, and at the first thing that people see when they come in will be her smiling face. So make sure to introduce yourselves, and thank you for coming down and saying hi.
Yeah, of
So,
course. Great
cool.
to be here.
So please help her for the next month. Every time you come up, say your name because there's 377 agents. She's not going to remember all the names. So help us out with that.
Yeah. So good, so good. All right, yeah, give her a hand. And we have escalation clauses, right, Jim? Well,
Are there any things that you need to bring up first, Jim? Yeah.
here, I'll hand him my mic.
Well, escalation clauses have been a challenge. I'm not really certain, I'll be honest with you, as a broker,
I'm going to hand that one over to there too.
how to deal with escalation clauses. You know, what it is somebody writes an offer, let's say $125,000 house, and they offer 130, and then they say, however, in their special agreements, we will escalate to 135,000 or $1,000 above the next best offer. It's just, to me, it's really ridiculous. I don't think it's a good idea. My suggestion to you would be tell your client to make the best offer they can. Put forth their best foot, just whatever it is. And if they think they're going to have to pay more, pay it up front. Because if we accept, we sign a contract, it says 125 in the offer on page 1. And then there's an escalation clause on page 7 or 8 back there saying it's going up to 135. And you sign it, and the buyer signed it. What's the price? It is?
No.
What's on page 1?
Page 125.
Well, it depends on how they word it.
Well, that depends deals what attorneys say. You know, when
Yes.
you ask them a question, they say,
Sure.
well, it depends. My point is this. I had a broker I was dealing with last week, and they had the same thing. And they said, well, what you should do is counter and write that into a counter. And I said, now, why would I do that? If I send you a counter, that is basically what? Yes or no? It's a no. It's a no. Counters are no. I'm not accepting what you sent me. And so what can the buyer do? Not sign it. They can just reject it and then it'll be done. So the point is, I have problems with escalation clauses. Mike's probably got a better explanation than I do. My suggestion would be, as a broker, is to write your best offer right off the bat. Avoid escalation clauses if you can, because we don't have a template or guidelines to follow to determine what that final price is. Now, you could counter, but again, that could be rejected. And I know some of you have already dealt with it, but I'm just telling you what the truth is. And so we refused as a brokerage to send the counter down and said, if you want to generate a counter, then you generate it. So the buyer generated and signed it first and sent it back to us. So we had the escalation price as the end game.
And I would say these are conversations that you've got to have with the other agent. You can have a conversation that trumps, in a way, the escalation, where if I'm calling you and you got the listing and I say, hey, Jim, where do I need to be to win?
Yeah.
Right. And not necessarily will he tell me, or maybe his sellers have instructed him to be able to tell me, but then I can write that offer and not have this, you know, if I'm doing my fiduciary duty to my client and helping them not have to spend as much as possible to get the house, an escalation clause isn't necessarily that way to do that. And so truly exercising your fiduciary duty to your client, you need to be able to help them not spend as much as possible. Does that make sense? And so an escalation clause is like a lazy way of getting out that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the basics is if you have a $125,000 house and somebody says, we'll go to 135, what's the seller saying? I'll take 135.
Mhm.
When maybe all the other offers were 125. So what would the seller had to pay? $125,001, and he would have been the highest and best offer, terms and conditions being the same. My point is, I don't know. I think at some point a buyer's agent's going to get into litigation over an escalation clause because they didn't guide their client properly. So that's my fear. Okay. So,
Or sellers. I've seen listing agents
Right.
that don't understand the escalation clause
Exactly.
and don't know how to use it.
right.
And
So
multiple counters.
the other thing is, I would give a shout out to Jess Bowman, because she hadn't been around for a while. And then a couple weeks ago, she showed up and I said, where have you been? She said, well, you know, COVID, blah, blah. Anyhow, I said, look, I've got a couple people I want you to talk to. And I'm not talking big. I'm talking a house that's being gutted, that's about to fall down. She jumped on it, called the guy, went and saw the house, was shocked, still insured it. And then another client who's a contractor who has just a shop, not worth much. She jumped on it, went out there, and she insured that. You know, so let's work with our vendors if we can. It
Awesome.
doesn't mean that they're going to be the one that gets chosen, but it's certainly a good opportunity if they associate with us, and just a kudos to her for that work.
Great plug. Thank you for being awesome like that. All right,
Thank you.
cool. Let's
What-
continue, Mike.
One quick thing on escalation clauses. I think they were good when they were unique, but now that you've got 10 people doing them, it's all the same. So technically we're at highest and best. I would just, if you're doing an offer, you talked with the listing agent, say, instead of giving you a complicated offer, we're going to give you our best offer up front. And, you know, let me know if there's anything we can do. But I've seen if you got 7 offers, like we had one that way this week, half of them were escalation clauses. So does it escalate this one? Does it escalate that one? Just there's so many, it's not an effective tool. My opinion.
totally
I don't
agree.
think they're effective anymore.
So they're not, because when you have multiple counter of a type of situation, it just doesn't start to be, it just starts to get hairy. Okay. So,
Can I
Mike,
interject really quickly?
oh yes, sir.
Yes, a voice from the heavens.
John.
The best, well, it's a broker from the heavens. The best one I have seen lately is just in the listing, it's being written that the seller will not consider love letters or escalation clauses. Just put it in the listing and take it out of the game to begin with. Then you're forcing buyer's agents to bring their highest and best right out of the gate, and we can eliminate all this escalation stuff, period.
Love that, Don. Thank you so much for saying
One
that.
more from Jim.
Oh, Jim, yes.
Don't forget on multiple offers to reject.
Multiple offers, to reject.
Knowledge the fact that your client's then presented the offer, and then Sam. Okay, we saw it, we've rejected it.
And let the agent know before you pinned it in Flex.
There you go.
Be a good person on that.
We couldn't hear what he said. Did he say anything specific we needed to hear?
He said, make sure you reject any multiple offers, like the ones that, make sure you respond in writing to all offers that are
Right.
in.
If you respond, if you submit an offer and you don't get a rejection, then you think that it's still being reviewed or still being looked at or still in competition. Who knows? But if you have multiple offers, respond to all.
Treat it like you'd want to be treated.
Yeah.
Let people know. It sucks because you're telling one person yay and you're telling 10 people sad news, but you got to do it.
All right. YPN networking event.
Yes, Young Professionals Network 525. This is by the board. We have several of our agents that are involved in putting this on. It's not just for YPNs, it's for OPNs also.
Oh my gosh.
The Old People
you're
Network is
so
welcome.
bad. You're so bad. All right. Call for a leadership 2022.
But this is more for people wanting to be on the board of directors, but I do encourage you in a little bit, there's gonna be openings for positions on the board and the committees. The more we're involved, the more influence we have, the better we are. So just keep that in mind and always be open to go do things with the board of realtors.
Super good. Okay. Don't forget, we have the realtor by December 31st. We talked about it
Yep.
a little bit ago. So just a little cool slide there.
If you did Code of Ethics last September, you're good. If you're new since then, get with us and we can help you line those up. But I think you're getting emails straight from the board on it too.
We have 529 new right now in the GSBOR.
Correct.
That's pretty powerful.
Yep. This is our current,
Oh.
go back 1 second. Again, here's what I keep watching. This gap
Yep.
keeps getting bigger.
Which is the right thing. We want that gap to be bigger with the low inventory we've got.
So I know your buyers are so frustrated, but there are more homes coming. Of course, it is summer season.
Awesome.
Same thing in our outlying areas.
Which we're headed out to today.
Yes.
All
And
right.
then here's the good news.
Ooh.
We're up 50 listings from last Monday.
Applause is a good one. Yeah, that is right. We want that up 50 listings is exciting. So today's focus though, Mike, we've got
Yep.
a bunch.
We got a bunch of things. First off, and on that last slide, most agents don't know that information we just shared with you. When you're talking with your clients, you're ahead of the curve. Be the fiduciary, be the person of knowledge for them, and it's going to help you.
You know, I loved that we all showed up big time for Red Day.
Yeah.
That was so fun to see everyone. It was so great to give back. It was so exciting to kind of display Keller Williams culture of wanting to support our community.
And we got a letter from Jerry.
Yes.
Rachel, was that on an email you had? I looked at it, I forgot to get it posted. Is that something we can share out on the Facebook page? Or am I thinking crazy on this?
Yeah. I sent it out to everybody that actually volunteered that day.
Okay.
An email last night. So everybody that was in attendance at Red Day should have received that email. And then I can also put it in the Facebook page.
Okay, but they were so appreciative and it was so cool to be with each other in things other than just real estate business.
No, it really was. And man, were they efficient at helping us kind of know where our efforts could go to.
Yeah,
That was really
it
good.
was a great day. So mark your calendar. What Thursday of May next month or next year? Second Thursday?
Yes.
Second
Thursday. Okay.
Okay, so mark it now. Plan on it. Don't schedule any clients. You got 12 months. Okay,
Gosh.
get that on your calendar now.
But Mega Camp
Okay,
in 2021.
so Mega Camp is going. It's a, what do you call it? It's two
It's-
things combined.
it's a
Versatile.
versatile event compared to a all-inclusive kind of an event where anybody and everybody that wanted to go could go. This time they're actually kind of making it a virtual option and attendance option, and they're restricting it to 2,500.
The city of Austin is only allowing 2,500 people right now.
That's
that
right.
may change. So some of our people are going to be able to go. Otherwise, we might have some kind of event here or in the area too.
That's right. And so we're excited that there's even a potential for a variable option.
It's in October. We'll get the dates out to you in the next week or so. It's a great event. That's what started your change in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. We joined Keller Williams, but then we went 2 weeks after we joined. There was some things that happened where we were like, dang, I'm not sure if this is what we're wanting. And then we went to Mega Camp and I met the people that wrote the MREA. I met the people that were the top in the world, met the agents that were the best at everything in
Yeah.
all these different categories, being interviewed by Gary Keller. And you really saw and felt the culture of Keller Williams in a way that you cannot experience unless you go to these kind of events. And that changed everything.
So we just want to let you all know they're getting info out to us, but we don't have a lot yet.
Yeah.
So
But what's Smart Plan help, Mike?
how many of you use smart plans? Raise your hand. I want to see. How many of you would like to know how to use them even better? Rachel, tell us what you've put together.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have been fortunate enough to be on a lot of calls with the other MCAs, especially in our region and outside of our region. And one of the biggest things we discovered is agents are not using smart plans at the highest level they can be. I know previously when they first came out, we did contests and agents were able to apply the smart plan to get money back. And we probably only had about 10 people take advantage of that. And on my call last week, we had a market center that said that they actually had somebody go in and put smart plans in for all of their agents so agents could start seeing those benefits of it. And there was a specific listing smart plan that they use, very simple and basic. However, on average, it yielded 3 to 5 listing appointments per person that utilized it. So from that aha, our biggest opportunity as a market center is to start getting our agents in using smart plans. So what we have designed is a Google sheet, and I will share that. It's a sign up form. If you are interested in having the market center put smart plans in your database, just let us know. And if you do not have your database loaded, we also have resources for that as well. So for $50, there's about 12 to 15 different options of smart plans. You'll just go through on the form, select which ones you want. You'll give us your information and we will get smart plans loaded into your command to your contacts. And so that way you can start seeing the results and the follow-up from your clients in that way. So I will share the Google form link in the chat and then also on the Facebook page. And if you guys have any questions, come see me. We truly believe in the value of this. And right now we have 256 of our agents out of 377 that are not using smart plans. And so
Wait, say that again.
256 out of 377 are not using smart plans. And so this is the biggest potential for our office. Through our Market Center Vital Sign scorecards that come out monthly, I know ALC members know what this form is. We are actually behind in our region on our smart plans usage. And so we're hoping to, by this service that we provide to our agents, we can tap into that and help our agents automate a lot of the daily tasks that they have going on.
So what I heard immediately, Rachel, and this is so exciting, and I can't even tell you how glad I am that you had heard this and are looking at implementing this with as many of our agents as possible. It's so cool. What I heard immediately was 3 to 4 deals more.
Yeah.
Okay. That in our market, that's $15,000.
I think it's
Okay.
worth $50.
Yeah, I will make that bet every day of every minute of every day forever. Okay, $50 and I'll take 15,000. That sounds good.
I will tell you, smart plans changed my life by putting everything automated. And I know deals came out of it because we've had people respond to some, like, you know, we have birthday things to go out and just quarterly calls and people communicate back through it. It's worth it. And it makes your life easier.
I was just interviewing an agent this last week. One of our agents recommended that I talk to this gentleman who was thinking about getting into the business, leaving his previous career. And his experience with his realtors were like that, where they stayed in connection. It was a Keller Williams agent that was staying in connection with this client of theirs. And he just couldn't tell you how much that meant to him and how much that connection was greater than his family. It was like this works as far as reminding you to just stay in touch with your people.
Here's the craziest stat I've heard. 80% of people polled said they would use the same realtor over and over if they would just stay in touch with them. And
only 11% do.
Right. At another brokerage I was at, one of the agents said her favorite word in real estate and love is next.
Wow.
And I'm like, so she's done with the deal, she's off. And we're not going to talk about the other side of it.
Wow.
Ironically, she married another realtor. So
wait, Dan Turkel has a comment.
Yay.
The famous, the infamous.
So speaking of smart plans, I feel like one of the best ways I've heard them described is that they really exist to help us be more human with more people. And that just really resonated with me because we're able to kind of build in this automation into our database so that folks think we're actually thinking of them to shoot them a text or an email when in fact that's all being done, or at least a lot of it is being done automatically. So again, more human with more people. And also keep in mind that on Thursday, May 27th from 1 to 2, I'll be teaching my Smart Plans class. So definitely try and make that one. We go over smart plans that already exist, and then we go through how to create your own custom smart plan with a bunch of new steps and everything. So try and make it out.
So awesome. Thank you, Dan. You're incredible.
Another thing on smart plans, if you joined us in the last 2 or 3 months, you're on a smart plan from me. And you will get one. The one I love the most, we try and make them interactive. So one comes out and says, happy birthday. What are you doing to celebrate? You'd be amazed how many people respond back to that. And so it gives that human touch to it. Same thing on home anniversary. We've got one that goes out for our clients that says, happy home anniversary. What's your favorite update or upgrade you've done over the last year? But by causing a question, it starts a conversation. Then we can respond back to them. But these things, like Dan's comment is perfect. It makes you more human, but it helps you get more things done too.
You know, I think I remember Keller Williams stating the exact mentality they wanted to have when they created the technology. It was they wanted it to be simpler, they wanted it to be smart, and they wanted it to make our agents more human.
And wait till you see this video in a couple seconds on what Command can do as you keep growing.
Ooh, and that, yeah, very. In fact, we're going into that right now.
Well, I'm going to jump to luxury real quick. The meeting's tomorrow at 10:30. It's open to anybody. It's going to explain the new luxury program. If you've heard of luxury and Keller Williams before, some of you older people, it's different. There's no cost to get into it.
Well, and I've had at least 5 to 10 of our agents walk into me and say, "Hey, tell me about luxury. How I might have a luxury listing coming up. What can I use about luxury? Hey, how about luxury?" And so I expect all of you that have been coming to me about asking questions about luxury to be there for Mike.
Welcome to the House of Excellence.
Ooh, I like it.
Cool.
Okay, let's listen to this video.
This is all doable through Command.
They're communicating through Command with each other on their team.
But what if you're not a team yet?
You still have this functionality.
You should still get set up into things for as you grow later. There's a smart plan right there. Just went by.
And this goes fast. You can watch this later. We posted it on the internal page. I love the GIF option.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, so obviously this is for major team setup, but it's built for individual agents, for small teams, for groups. It's for anything. And the more you can get involved in this, it's going to make an easier balance for your life.
That's right. That's right. Being able to connect with each other more easily through the system.
And so here's some other things that are available through the technology that Keller Williams has for you.
Perfect. Here we go. Number one. This, I've actually worked through this a little bit on my end for our team. We did a mailer where we had a magazine company actually create our own magazine, which was pretty cool. And we got a ton of feedback from that.
It's already created.
It is already created. So all you literally have to do is plug in your information and you can have a personalized, built for you magazine that you could send out to your own database.
Digital or in print.
Or in print. You can literally say, I want these printed, I want these addresses. And if they're all existent in your database,
yeah, you just pull them through MailChimp.
how about that? And it would be cool if we had like a subcontracted company that would import their databases for them automatically.
You mean like Scott Leroy Marketing?
Scott Leroy Marketing can do that. No way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So
All right.
that's available.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. No, this is in Command under designs.
It's under, yeah, you go to designs and it literally will say your magazine and you'll go in there. I played around with it a lot. I inputted all my information. It does not take long, but it looks beautiful. It has these articles in there and it looks like you did it. And it's pretty dang cool.
And they're doing it once a quarter.
Yep.
So talk about staying in touch with people 4 times a year just by sending them a magazine about current things.
But let's talk about landing the listing. And with the client communication kit, sellers want it. I love this because you can literally customize little marketing pieces that can be social marketing posted or even written out in letter form.
So if you're new, you don't have to create things from scratch. It's all here. You just plug your info in.
Honestly, it does not take long to make these yours if you like them and want to use them. So, I mean, they're all here. And next one is a perfect example.
If only we had a tech guy around that could help do that stuff.
Like Dan Turkel. What? There he is. Everybody give Dan Turkel a round of applause. Because, wait, wait a second. He's going to be here right after this team meeting to start like Tech Tuesday.
It's like you're already here and you could do it.
You know, we thought of almost everything.
Almost.
I love it. So out front, this is super cool. How many of you guys know what out front is? 1, 2.
3. And they're all newer people or tech people?
I think I just almost fainted.
Huh.
Out front was a
Speedy will revive
Speed.
you.
Oh, Speed. Thank you, Speedy. When
Ryan
it comes to,
doing
so thank you for that, Mike.
Yes.
Out front was an actual tangible magazine. It's like a real estate magazine. And you used to be we used to get a ton of them into the offices. And they were really fun and kind of cool, talking about the mega agents that joined us, new and upcoming events and things like that that's happening at Keller Williams, but also new marketing strategies, new tech things that were happening. And now it's digital, and it's a part of technology.kw.com has an out front part.
And you know what I just realized? These are some of these slides are from Nationwide KWRI, and it has links in the notes. So if you're having trouble finding some of these things, email us and we can send the link to you to get you directly to it.
Yeah, outfront/kw.kw.com.
But
Yep, it is super cool. And
lost.
you do. He does. He does. Oh, hey, look. Outfront.kw.com. You see that?
There it is.
Bam, she put it in the link.
She's so
All you have to
amazing.
do is this.
Click. Do that
I'm
again.
sorry.
Click.
Okay.
One more time. Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Now, did you see how easy that just got?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Are you any of you actually going to do it? We'll see.
Only if they want to sell more houses.
I guess so. All right. So wait, we also have out front sellers guides and landing like more listing page. I mean, there's so much in there.
So much here that's already created for you. You
Listing
just sit here and hang it.
presentations, you can customize it. You know, some of you might not even have a listing presentation right now in written form. You could make yours in like 5 minutes. How about that?
Yep. I think there's a whole other page of more stuff.
Yes.
Smart plans.
Smart plans. There we go again.
Constantly adding them. This shows some of the different ones. Long-term nurtures, 555s, post-closing. What
And,
do you- same
well,
type
what
of
they're
people
doing,
after
and
they
this
sell.
is why it's hard to even get to all of this in one meeting. But I'm going to say one thing. We created a Keller Cloud system with artificial intelligence built on top of it, right? And what that means is that the analytical data allows us to see which smart plans are working well, which smart plans are getting the most stats and activity, right? And that means that when we see, or let's say Dan Turkel, our very own brilliant man, he created his own smart plan that works better than yours, right? Or yours. And so you could go, wow, Dan Turkel can share his, and you can now access the one Dan made.
I've published several that are being used nationwide.
I know.
so you know.
It's very true. Mike has actually been recognized company-wide for some of his smart plans.
It's kind of a big deal on some things.
It's very true. No, you are our very own. All right, so must reads on out front. There are some really powerful things in there.
Same thing. We've got links on that, and we'll get those to you, or they're going to be in the chat, I'm guessing also.
Go ahead, Mike.
So here's my quote. This is actually, I stole it from Yogi Berra. 90% of real estate is half mental. You got to think about that for a second.
It's true.
But
Wait.
you said something else earlier that reminded me of something.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, we need some strong people later today because we have a special delivery coming and we might need some help unloading. So if you're around and you are muscular, we might need to use you here between now and 4.
Now and sometime between
So
now and 4.
keep your ears open if you're big and muscular. Wow.
A choo-choo train. Did you hear that?
Let's go to Silver Dollar City.
Oh my gosh. Well, wait, we've got Tech Tuesday like we talked about in the meeting
Exactly.
right in here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he might even go over the magazine today. If you think your database would get value from you, they will use you more often if you are going to deliver the value they're looking for.
So if you're on the Zoom, as soon as we log off this meeting, you can jump back on. You can learn about the magazine also.
How do we do on time? What time is it?
Well, we try and get done by 10:10 each day.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Thank you, guys.
Homework for you all in the room.